Hi everyone. Listen, as I'm making this live, I'm asleep in the living room. There is absolutely no electricity on in here. And the reason for that is that upstairs from me had a flood. And the flood water, it hit mostly in the nail bar next door to me and in the other room, the other bedroom, where I basically just store shit. I managed to catch some of the flood water, so a good chunk of the floor is flooded, but it's not really enough to be that much of an issue right now. My living room is completely dry at this point. At the time of recording, my living room is dry. There's no flooding in it. I've made arrangements to try and stay somewhere if it gets worse. Basically, though, I'm keeping an eye on the flooding in my room, and that's why I'm still here. Because what I don't want is for me to be absent from the flat, and the flood extends from that room into this living room right here. So I'm trying to actually avoid that. That's why I'm still staying here, even though there's no water and there's no heat. Luckily, most of the clothes that I wear every day, I have in the front room with me. So it's not like I'm going to be out of clothes to wear. It's not like I'm going to be out of fresh clothing. The sanitation is going to be a problem though, for obvious reasons, because I don't have water. Luckily, I can afford to get baby wipes. So it's just sanitation and heat at this point, because I'm keeping my water off as well, just in case. I don't want to aggravate more flooding than I already have to. It's already bad enough that I have to keep replacing the water in my bucket. But what I don't want to do is aggravate further problems with the pipes, because the pipes are already flooded. Apparently upstairs was caused by a pipe issue, and what I don't want to do is worsen it. So I'm just waiting for the landlord to do what they're supposed to be doing. The likelihood is that they'll show up first thing tomorrow. They're not going to show up tonight. So I don't know if it's the same thing with every other flat here, but in my flat at least I switched the electricity off at the fuse box. So yeah, now I'm lying in darkness. My phone is on its last, percentage in battery. Not its last percentage, not like 1%, but it's getting there, right? So I'm safe. I just want to let you know I'm safe for now. It could change over the course of the night. So I'm not saying that I'm safe, like completely safe tonight. It could change. But as I'm recording this, I'm safe for the time being. I'm in my flat. I'm trying to conserve my phone battery as much as I can. Yeah, it's a really bad situation. It's really, really bad. And the worst part about it is that literally everyone warned the landlords that this would happen. Everybody warned them, but they didn't want to do anything. They didn't want to fix a problem. They didn't want to get it sorted out. So now, literally, like, all the buildings here have been dealing with pipe problems for months, and they've been trying to talk to the landlords for months, and now it's led to a situation where one flat is flooded, and it's leaked into not only my flat, but it's also leaked into a business. I don't know what the leaseholders are going to do now. I don't know what the family is going to do now that lives above me. I don't know what they're going to do now. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to happen to my living arrangements if they don't get this shit sorted out. This is slumlord shit. It's crazy. It's crazy, like, the amount of shit that we're dealing with over here. And the landlords were warned for months to do something about it. 4 months. And look where we are. I'm just glad I followed my instinct. Do you guys remember all that harassment I went through over me sleeping in the front room? Do you guys remember all the harassment I went through sleeping in the front room? Imagine if I'd have listened to them, people. Imagine if I'd have listened to them. I would be looking at no clothes, nowhere to sleep. I can at the very least sleep in my front room because of everything that, like, I can at the very least sleep in here. If it wasn't for me and my instincts and me following my instincts, I would have nowhere to sleep tonight. But now I've got somewhere to sleep because I didn't listen to nobody harassing me and nobody talking bullshit in my ears. And thank God I got clothes to wear just in case, that the front room is next. Just in case the front room is next. Thank God I've got clothes to wear. Thank God I've got all my supplies with me. Can you imagine if I didn't have that? My God. So yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. No water. Well, when last I checked in the bathroom, there was still water coming out of the taps. So I think when they say they turned off the water, I think they just turned off the taps upstairs, not the actual water. But I'm not using the water. I'm trying as much as I can not to use the pipes except to change the flood water. And that's it. Yeah. So, as for whether or not this is a setup, I don't know, man. Because the thing is, when you're a TI, it's weird because, part of me is thinking it could have been a setup to try to get me out of the flat or try to, get me talking or something like that. Something like that. But then another part of me thinks, like, I'm not the only person this has happened to. There are other people around this building who have complained, but then there are other people around this neighborhood that are gang stalkers too. So it's difficult for me to ascertain whether or not this is a setup or whether or not this is like just completely accidental and it's just an unexpected situation. It's difficult for me to ascertain between the two. And that's the difficult thing about being a TI, because people are always trying to set you up, but people are always trying to set you up, but it's just one of those things where, people are always trying to set you up, but it's one of those things where, not everything is a setup and not everything is somebody trying to get you in particular. Because I've got to think about myself in the grand scheme of everyone else. Like, not everything is about me. So I have to kind of think in those terms as well. So it's difficult, man. It's difficult for me to know for sure why what happened. It could be completely accidental. Do you understand what I mean? Because these things happen. These things happen. It's not something that's like, it has to be something to do with me. No. For one thing, the nail bar that's next door to me, apparently the damage there is so fucking bad. It's even worse than here. It's even worse than my bedroom. So, I can't, it's not just about me. And then on top of that, we've had flood warnings in Sussex. I can't remember the name of the hills over here in East Sussex. It's something Mills. I can't remember what the name is. It's something Mills. But there's a place, I don't know if it's near Woodingdean. It's something Mills in East Sussex. I'm going to have to look it up, right? But that's been flooded over here in East Sussex. So for all I know, it could be affecting Woodingdean. It could be affecting Rottingdean. It could affect all these places. Because, Woodingdean around here has been known to flood. So for all I know, it could be to do with that too. Because every time there's bad weather, and there has been bad weather lately, there's always something wrong with the fucking pipes. So it's not clear cut for me. It's just not clear cut. The only thing I know is that there's been building damage. And like, I'm not even the only one who said something. Literally every other person around this block has said something. It's not just me. So one thing's for sure is that landlord negligence is a serious thing. It's very, very serious. Like, the landlord negligence is crazy. And the worst part about it is that most of the people here are vulnerable. So I know in order to preserve their own emotional health, they're not getting on their landlords every day about the same shit. They'll get on them when there's a problem, but not every single day. Because again, if you're a vulnerable person, you're not going to do that. You're not going to put yourself through that only to be gaslit or ignored by your landlords. So yeah, somebody's got to be punished for this. And truth be told, I don't think it should be my upstairs neighbors. Because they've had, like I said before, I'm in two minds about whether it's a setup or not. Part of me thinks it is, but then there's another part of me that's thinking everybody's been complaining about this shit, including them. So somebody's got the. I don't think it's their fault. I don't think it's my neighbor's fault. I really don't. I don't think it's their fault at all. I think it's one of those things where, the landlords were sloppy. That's the thing about a lot of landlords. A lot of landlords, they just want to own property for the sake of getting in a little bit extra money here and there. But like all investments, if you don't take proper precautions and if you don't take proper care, you're just causing more problems than you're preventing. As for tonight, I'm sleeping completely in darkness. I don't know. Sorry, I'm using the torch. I don't know how safe I'm going to be whilst I'm in here by myself. I've got to lock the door. Oh, also, I've got to check on the fucking bucket in the other room. 1 second. I've got to put on my slippers, innit? Hang on. So I've got to check on the bucket in the other room, see if it's full yet. Oh, God damn it. Where's the other shoe? I've turned this place upside down looking for my phone. Now I'm having trouble looking for my sandals. Where are my trainers again? I can't be asked. So, yeah, I gotta go in the other room. Check out what's going on in there. See if the bucket needs changing. So, don't tell me it's fucking stopped already. Bro, it stopped already. Hang on. It's slowed down a lot. Hang on. It's slowed down a hell of a lot. I can't, fucking hell. Okay. I can't use the torch to show you. Hang on. Or maybe I can. Hang on. Maybe I can. Look at that. It's already slowed down by quite a bit. So, yeah. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Most likely, the water will be completely dried by... Most likely, the water will be completely dried by Sunday. Most likely. Because the water's already slowing down. Which is really, it was just a really good sign. But yeah. It's been a wild night. So the flooding's already slowing down in my room. Hopefully it slowed down in the nail bar as well. Because damage to the nail bar could also penetrate here. Because it's right next door. It is literally right next door. But I don't know how extensive the flooding is there. It could have just reached to the front of the building. But I don't know. There's no way of knowing for sure. But one thing's for sure is that the flooding has slowed down in my flat already. So that's a good sign. In the meantime, I'm going to go because I can't use too much of the battery. But I will keep you guys posted on what's going on. And we will talk soon. Take care. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.